Hello wonderful people of YouTube, it is me ZJ127, otherwise known as Phoenix Gaming, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video reviewing my laptop. It is a Toshiba P75-A7200. It is a very well-rounded laptop. It is basically a, they call it a desktop replacement in some reviews. I think you're going to like where we're going with this. So, just in case I mess up, I got my checklist right here full of everything it has, and more maybe. I didn't even write everything down, but I'm just going to be using that periodically just to check everything. I'm going to give you the specs off of the list, and then I'm going to give you my opinions on each one. So I'm going to take the webcam that I have plugged in, and I'm going to just do this. Now I'm not going to exit out of that window that you see on screen because I don't know what I am pointing the camera at when I'm not seeing the screen, so it has to stay there. So with that being said, this is the Toshiba P75-A7200. It is very nice. It has a 17.3 inch screen. 1920 by 1080, of course. All laptop. This is a higher brand of class laptops. It has an Intel i7. Focus there. Okay, it has an Intel i7 Core 4700 MQ CPU, which means that it's one of Intel's better CPUs. And it has a tendency to work well with this. So with that being said, it is very fast. It has a 750, let's see, yes, that's right, 750 gigabyte hard drive. I have used half of it already, and I don't see a lot of, all this stuff. I don't see a lot of frame rate drops when I'm doing games or something like that. It's all the same. It's like I got it right out of the box. It has one downside to this. It has no discrete graphics option, which means, for those of you who don't know, integrated graphics, basically it comes welded into the motherboard. Like it's kind of a sandwich, so you have motherboard and then the graphics on top, so it's welded down. With discrete graphics, you can take it out and replace it. So integrated graphics aren't the best things for gaming, and there is no discrete GPU option. GPU means graphics processing unit, for those of you who don't know. But it does work well with the Intel HD 4600 graphics that it does have. I do like the idea of Intel being used everywhere in this computer, but I don't like the idea of Toshiba only sticking to integrated graphics, because, there is a brand of gaming laptops that is made by Toshiba, and it's okay, but it's not the best. If I would have picked a gaming laptop, I would have probably gone for an Acer or an HP or something, something different. But this one is for productivity. It's all around performance is really well. It gets a lot of things done. Another downside, however, it does not have a Blu-ray player. It's just a DVD player, so it's going to be right here. Wait, wrong side, I'm sorry. It's going to be right here, and that's kind of dark to see, so I'm going to turn on my phone's flashlight just to show you. Okay, there we go. So there's the DVD player. I'm using 2 of my 4 USB ports. The large one is for my microphone, and the small one is for my wireless mouse. There's an Ethernet port right there next to it, so you don't have to connect. If your router goes out and it's wired, then you don't have to connect it to a desktop. You can use it right there. The other two USB ports are over here. The bottom one is for my cooling pad, which I will explain why I'm using one. and the top one is for my webcam that I'm recording the video with. And over here we have an HDMI port, if it'll focus, if I can just get it to focus. That light's kind of in the way, but you get the idea. There's an HDMI port right there, and then the blue one is the VGA port. What a VGA port is it basically means that you can plug a monitor into it. So you can have a monitor right here and a monitor right here. Now, with there's only being one VGA port, you can use a VGA to USB splitter. And what that does is it takes up a USB slot, but then on the other end you can have another VGA cable that you plug into it and then another monitor. So you can have a total of 3 monitors with it. And I think that would be really nice, considering if I have this case right here and, you know, this space, if this were my desk, which it's not, but I'm just using it, I can have a gaming setup. But I don't think it'll work very well with the integrated graphics. That's, like I said, if you want something good, then you might want to get an NVIDIA GTX 580 chip. I've heard those are very good. I have a friend who has a GTX 660, and it works very well. He can pretty much run everything at ultra and you know ultra graphic settings, but there's not a, you know, it's not that big of a issue if you just want it for productivity. So the one thing that I did miss is right here on the, I can't even see if I'm looking at that, right here on the bottom there is an SD card slot. So you can, if you lost the cable for your camera and you want to put your pictures into your computer, just take the SD card slot, just take the SD card and put it into the slot, and then you go into the devices and you open it and it's right there. So that's really convenient. So the keyboard, it's very nice. It's backlit. It has very nice spacing, and the textures are very nice. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very nice. One thing about it that I don't like, however, is this backspace. It's too small for me. I just, you know those backspaces that are, you know, like L-shaped. I like those better personally, because I find myself hitting backslashes every time I want to backspace something. But that's not a big deal. I like the numpad that it has. I'm not really a fan of doing this whole top row thing here, so that's very good if I want to, for example, I'm not sure how many of you would actually know this, but some menus, they don't even work with this. I mean, they don't work with WASD or the mouse or these keys. It only works with this, but that's beside the point. I was just using that as one example. Another thing that it does have is, let's look at this, 802.11n Wi-Fi, which means that it will kind of devour the Wi-Fi signal, but as long as you get what you need to, get what you need to get on your computer, do what you got to do, it's worth it. It has Bluetooth, so you can connect your phone or anything to it, and it has something that you might want to think about. So what that means is, if I were to back this up a little bit, so the reason why I'm using a cooling pad is because the heat sink, the exhaust is right here, right there, and it kind of just doesn't disperse heat well. Now I know there's stuff in the way, but it just doesn't disperse heat well, and it makes this really, really hot. It does have, these lifted little things right here, if you can see where my finger is. It does have that, but it does not use it well. I mean, this desk table thing is pretty cold, so I don't see why I'm not using that. But it's just, a $15 cooling pad. It's alright. And it really helps when I'm gaming, because this part right here tends to get really hot, and I'm a big person on not disabling anything, or, you know, I like to keep everything as the best resolution I can. Except for if you've seen my Warframe videos, which I'm going to link in any one of these corners right here. I don't like to keep it at the very highest because it uses up a lot of my memory. And with that being said, the good thing, one really good thing about this computer is on the bottom, if I can just shut this. Okay, I can shut it. So let me put the camera down really quick. One really good thing is on the bottom, right there, that thing can be opened, and what it has is an extra slot for hard drive storage, so you can add more if you don't think 750 is enough. And it also has, you see where those two vents are? It also has memory storage right there, so you can add more memory. I'm thinking, whoops, my bad. Let me just put my phone down. Line it up right back with this. Open that. There we go. I'm thinking about adding more memory to this so that it runs well, but I'm still kind of stuck on a way to try and get around the integrated graphics issue. But like I said, that's one thing that you can't get around. I'm looking for a way to do it, and if I can't do it, then so be it. But all in all, this computer is a very nice one. I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. And if I did, I'll just, you know, write about it in the description. You know, maybe put the general pros and cons in the description. Or I could just do it here. So let's just do it here. Pros and cons. Okay, so pros. So we have an excellent keyboard, a very nice touchpad. The speakers, actually, is what I missed. The speakers are really great. If you're not... See, I have this set so that I cannot... so I get input and output from my microphone, and only output from my speakers. So that way... Because the speakers, when you try to talk into them, if you use the built-in microphone, this CPU, it's pretty much right below the numpad, so it kind of gets in the way. And you hear the fan whirring really loudly, and it's very hard to talk. But, so I would recommend buying a headset for this particular laptop. But the speakers are very nice. They're Harman Kardon speakers. If it will, there we go. Harman Kardon speakers. Very nice. They have exceptional bass. Everything's well, but don't play it too loud because then you start to hear scratchiness from over here. And if it's not over here, then it's anywhere because it's just in my particular case. So the cons about this, just a minor detail, just the small backspace key. You know, you might be typing backslashes if you're not really used to typing a lot. Integrated graphics, no way to get around that if you want gaming. This is a good thing to do if you want to, you know, if you want to watch a YouTube video and then write like for example, if you want to watch a cooking video, you can put it right here and then write the recipe down right here. You know, it comes with Windows 8 installed, Windows 8 Home. So if you're a Windows 7 fan, that's a con. But if you're a Windows 8 fan, that's a pro. So you might want to like that. One more con. It is... actually, I just remembered a pro, and I forgot the con, so I'm just going to say the pro. It has 64-bit Windows. And what that means is that it allows more... It's faster. Like 32-bit is very slow. It usually comes with 4 gigs of RAM in a computer that has 32-bit, but this is 64, so it has 8. So let's just take a moment to thank Toshiba for doing that. And if I remember that other con, I'll just put it in the description. But other than that, very nice computer, easy to upgrade. Let me see if I can think of one more thing before I end the video. The battery life, there it is. So the battery life, AC adapter's right here by the power button. When it's unplugged, the most you'll get out of it if you're not running it on high performance under the power options is approximately 3 hours and 24 minutes. So it won't last you a whole flight, but now that, you know, airlines are coming out with AC adapters in the planes, you can use that and it's not really a big deal. So just think about that. If you're going somewhere on a road trip, be sure to charge it every 3 hours and 24 minutes. So other than that, I've covered everything now. I remembered it. So all in all, great laptop. Bad things: no integrated, no discrete graphics, and you know, you can just tell me what you don't like about it. Maybe leave a comment, say what you what you wanted to see, what you think Toshiba should have done, something like that. I'll be responding to most of you, or all of you, if it's, you know, if I'm that bored or interested in what my fans have to say. So with that being said, I just want to end the video here. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you later.